Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, maybe I'm just bad with money? You're not lazy. You're not stupid. You work hard. You try to do the right things. And still, somehow, you feel behind. You feel stressed every time a bill shows up. You feel guilty when you spend. You feel like everyone else got a manual that you never received. Most people think that means something is wrong with them. I should be more disciplined. I should know this by now. I must be the problem. But what if you're not the problem at all? What if the problem is the rules you were given about money? For most of us, the money rules we grew up with were written for a world that no longer exists. Back then, one income could buy a home, raise a family, and fund retirement. College was affordable. Jobs were stable. You could work at one company for 30 years and retire with a pension. Today, that world is gone. Housing has exploded in price. Healthcare can wipe out your savings in a single emergency. College often comes with tens of thousands of dollars of debt and no guarantee of a job. The cost of existing keeps creeping up, while your paycheck feels like it's barely moving. Yet the advice hasn't changed. Stop buying coffee. Never eat out. Just work harder. Just save more. You're trying to play a modern game with an outdated rulebook. No wonder you feel like you're losing. And those rules aren't just out there in the economy. They're inside your head. Think back to what you heard about money growing up. We don't talk about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. Those simple phrases sound innocent, but repeated over and over, they become invisible scripts that shape how you feel about money for the rest of your life. They quietly turn into beliefs like, I'm not good with money. I don't deserve nice things. If I have money, people will judge me. People like me never really get ahead. That's why someone can earn a good income, maybe even have savings, and still feel terrified to invest. It's why you can get a raise and still feel broke. It's why you can sit in front of a budgeting app and feel like a failure, even when the numbers aren't that bad. The numbers aren't the only problem. The story in your head is. Then one day you decide, okay, I've had enough. I'm going to get serious about money. So you open your laptop and search, how to get better with money. And the internet responds with pure chaos. One video screams, stop buying coffee. Cut every expense. If you're not living on rice and beans, you're a joke. Another video says, don't worry about saving. Just buy this one crypto, this one stock, and you'll be a millionaire next year. Then you see, if you're not buying real estate every year, you're failing. If you're not day trading, you're missing the opportunity of a lifetime. If you're not building 5 passive income streams, you're already behind. It's like going to the doctor and every single article says you're dying immediately, so you bounce between extremes. One week you swear you'll never eat out again. The next week, you're overwhelmed and you think, screw it, and you spend just to feel something. Then comes the guilt. Then more YouTube. Then more confusion. And all that confusion keeps you exactly where the system wants you. Exhausted, scared, and too overwhelmed to make a simple, clear plan. Let's be honest, the game is tilted. It's tilted against younger people trying to get started. It's tilted against the poor and the middle class. It's tilted against anyone who didn't grow up around people who knew how money works. You see it in housing, where getting in feels harder than ever. You see it in education, where the ticket to success often feels like a ticket to decades of debt. You see it in wages, where productivity and CEO pay rocket upward, while your paycheck inches forward. You see it in retirement, where pensions quietly disappeared, and you were handed a 401k with no instructions. You were told, follow the rules and the system will take care of you, but the rules changed, and nobody told you. So no, you're not crazy for feeling anxious around money. You're not lazy for feeling tired. You're not stupid for feeling confused. You are a normal person trying to navigate a system that was designed to be confusing. And on top of that, money is not just math. Money is emotion. It's the knot in your stomach when you log into your bank account. It's the tension in your chest when your partner asks, can we afford this? It's the shame you feel when a friend suggests a trip and you don't know how to say, I'm not sure I can pay for that. It's the guilt after a night out that you actually needed, but now feel bad about. You can track every cent. You can download 5 different budgeting apps. You can build the most complicated spreadsheet of all time. But if deep down the story in your head says, I'm bad with money, then every purchase feels dangerous, every mistake feels fatal, and every step forward feels like it could vanish at any moment. The math matters, but the meaning matters more. Most of us were only ever taught one way to deal with money: defense. Defense sounds like I need to cut everything. I should feel guilty for spending. I just need more discipline. If I suffer long enough, maybe one day I'll finally feel safe. So we obsess over saving $3 on coffee. We agonize over streaming subscriptions. We feel bad for buying dessert or new clothes or a gift for someone we love. We win a few tiny battles, but we lose the war. Because while we're arguing with ourselves over $7, we're completely ignoring the chance to earn an extra $10,000 a year with a raise, a promotion, or a skill upgrade. Defense is important. You do need some structure. You do need to know what's coming in and what's going out. But you don't build a rich life just by cutting. Real wealth is built on offense. Offense asks different questions. Instead of only asking, where can I cut? Offense asks, what big moves could actually change my life? Can I negotiate a raise this year? Can I build a skill that makes me more valuable in the market? Can I start a small side business that brings in a few hundred or a few $1,000s a month? Can I set up automatic investing so my money grows even while I'm sleeping? That's offense. That's how you stop living in reaction to every bill and start directing your money on purpose. But to make offense possible, you need a simple system. Not a 37-tab spreadsheet, not a color-coded app you'll abandon in 3 weeks. A simple map for your money. Think of your income not as hundreds of separate transactions, but as 4 buckets. The first bucket is essentials. This is how you keep the lights on. Rent to your mortgage, groceries, utilities, transportation, basic insurance, minimum debt payments. This bucket is boring but necessary. It gets handled first. The second bucket is future you. This is where the real power lives. Retirement accounts, long-term investing, anything that grows over years, not days. Every month, a piece of your income quietly goes to future you. You don't see results overnight, but over time, this becomes the engine that changes everything. The third bucket is safety and goals. This is your emergency fund. This is saving for a move. This is paying down a chunk of debt. This is saving for something big like a trip, a car, or a course that can level up your career. This bucket is your cushion. It keeps life from turning into a crisis every time something goes wrong. And the fourth bucket is guilt-free spending. This is the one we are almost never taught to respect. This is money you are allowed to enjoy on purpose. Eating out, hobbies, travel, treats for your kids, date nights, self-care. You don't have to justify this bucket. You don't have to explain it to the internet. If your essentials are covered, your future is being funded, and your safety bucket is growing, this category is not a mistake. It's the entire point. Because money is not supposed to exist just to pay bills. It's supposed to support a life. Your life. The key is to automate as much of this as possible. Instead of manually moving money around every few days, you line it up once. On payday, money automatically flows to your investment accounts. A set amount moves into savings. Your bills get paid through autopay. And whatever lands in your guilt-free account is yours to spend. No guilt. Now, instead of checking your accounts every few hours, you know the big things are handled. You know future you is being taken care of. You know emergencies are less likely to wipe you out. Suddenly, you're not asking, can I afford a $5 coffee? You're asking, how do I want to use my guilt-free money this month to actually enjoy my life? That's the shift. From fear to intention. From defense to offense. So what is all of this for? Why bother setting up systems? Why confront those old beliefs? Why do the hard work of choosing a new way? It's not so you can stare at a financial dashboard all day. It's so you can actually live. For some people, a rich life might mean flying business class once a year. For others, it might be taking a random Tuesday off to spend time with their kids. It might be visiting family without having a panic attack over the cost. It might be deciding, from now on, I'm always going to tip generously because I can. Your version might be simple. Your version might be extravagant. The point is, you decide. Not the system, not social media, not your childhood scripts. So here's your first step. Today, not someday, not when things calm down. Today, pick one tiny thing you've been telling yourself is too indulgent. Maybe it's upgrading your coffee. Maybe it's buying that book you've been thinking about for months. Maybe it's taking your partner or your kid out for a simple treat. Do it intentionally. Call it a rich life moment. And when the guilt shows up, and it will, remind yourself, I'm not failing. I'm following a plan. My essentials are handled. My future is being funded. This moment is part of the life I'm building, not a mistake. Once you get a taste of what it's like to spend with clarity instead of fear, you realize something powerful. You never needed permission to live your rich life. You just needed a system that supports it. You are not bad with money. You were handed a broken rulebook. Now you can choose a new one. If you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start actually winning with your money, your next move is simple. Build your own version of these 4 buckets. Automate what you can and take one small rich life action today. Because your money isn't just about surviving. It's about designing a life you're excited to wake up in. And that can start right now.